Shannon Sharpe stuff in 2 of the last 3 days, I think. Shannon Sharpe is, of course, the former tight end for the Denver Broncos, among other teams, and he is very upset that Colin Kaepernick, who you recall is the former San Francisco 49ers quarterback who made a big deal out of kneeling for the national anthem because Black Lives Matter and such, Shannon Sharpe says that Colin Kaepernick remaining unsigned just shows how racist everybody is.
I value life more than cloth. And what Colin Kaepernick is standing for is more important. I'm not going to be disrespectful to the flag, and I understand that the flag represents a lot of things to a lot of people. But to say he's being disrespectful of the flag and being disrespectful to the people that that served and fought for freedoms of that flag. What about the soldiers? Well, what about those black soldiers? Were they being disrespectful when they came back and were second-class citizens? Were they being disrespectful when they had to get up and move to the back of the carts when you brought the POWs on? So don't give me that bull jive. These owners and some of these fans that's taking this stance against Colin Kaepernick is so utterly ridiculous, I don't even really know what to do. But to show you where we are and just how much further we have to go.
Okay, what absolute horsepucky. So a couple of things. Number one, the soldiers who came back, I don't recall the vast majority of them sitting for the national anthem, and they had to actually go through racism, unlike Colin Kaepernick, who has had a life of luxury and ease for the most part. This notion that because black people have been victims of racism in the United States, therefore today black people should be kneeling for the national anthem, or that black people in America are typically victims of the American system today, it's just nonsense. Also, it's just nonsense, the idea that Colin Kaepernick is not being hired because Colin Kaepernick is some sort of freedom fighter, okay? I'm looking at the passer ratings from last year right now, okay? This is the QB rating for passing. I'm not going to look at running because I don't think that running quarterbacks matter. I mean, this is why you have running backs, okay? Running, in terms of passer rating, the number 1 quarterback in the NFL last year in passer rating was Drew Brees. Then it was Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford, Jameis Winston, Derek Carr, Andrew Luck. Right? Okay, those are the top 10. I'm going to fast forward because I don't want to read all 30 quarterbacks. Here are the bottom 5. Brock Osweiler, Blake Bortles, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Case Keenum, and coming in dead last in the NFL with a negative QB pass rating. And he is 10 points below everyone else is Colin Kaepernick. He had a negative 0.3%, negative 0.3 QB rating in terms of passing. That was only balanced out by the fact that he had a 22.8 run rating. Okay, but he's not trying to sign as a running back. He's trying to sign as a passer. Okay, if you are a quarterback with stats like that, there is no excuse for you complaining about not getting a job. It's amazing. Where are all these people who are complaining? I don't remember. Where were these people complaining about Tim Tebow's QB ratings? Where were they complaining about why Tim Tebow could not get a job? I missed it. Like, I'm looking at Tim Tebow in the final year that he played for the New York Jets. He had 6 completions in 8 attempts in his final year with the Denver Broncos. He had a 46.5 completion percent. He had a completion percent was 46.5% in his final year with the Denver Broncos. I want to look up actually now the 2007 QB ratings. Let's see how fast I can get those up. Okay, so here are the NFL passer ratings for 2011. This is the last season in which Tim Tebow was playing as a full-time player. Okay, he too ranked number 30. He was number 30. Okay, but somehow Shannon Sharpe wasn't complaining about Tim Tebow not being able to get a full-time job anywhere, because it turns out that when you're not very good at being a quarterback, you're not very good at being a quarterback. Shocker, right? Crazy, huh? Okay, again, Colin Kaepernick's stats last year were just egregiously bad. He played in 12 games. He had a completion percentage of 59.2%, okay, for an average of 6.77 yards. He threw 16 touchdowns, it looks like, and 4 interceptions, if this is correct. And he basically sucked. Again, that completion percentage was not good enough for him to look for another job. That QB rating negative 0.3 QB rating. That is not a good passer rating. So again, the fact that Colin Kaepernick was basically shellacked into not playing. That is not a reference to racism. That is a reference to him sucking at his job. If I sucked that much at my job, I would probably be out of work as well. Okay,